Hey guys, so you read the title. This is gonna be one of those. Okay, when I do personal videos from now on, they're gonna be called like diary entries, because that's like what it is for me. It's like I don't have a diary, so I'm gonna use this as a diary to kind of like capture my feelings on a certain topic. Excuse me. On camera. So this is going to be a diary entry, and this is going to be about my identity and sharing something that's very personal to me that I've never really publicly shared on the internet before. A few of my friends know this, but other than that, everybody else doesn't really know this about me. They maybe suspect, if you're cracking, it's my knuckles, in case you're wondering. Anyway, let's just dive into it, enough wasting time. This was initially going to be 2 different videos, but I decided to combine it into 2 because they both relate to each other. So, yes, I am 31 years old, and I am a virgin, and I am transgender. So, a lot of you are probably confused right now. If you've been subscribed to me for years, some of you probably aren't confused, and some of you are probably like, oh, finally, you know? So, okay, the first thing probably a lot of you guys are thinking is, first of all, you said you were 25 a couple times. True. I did say I was 25 a few times. I don't know. It's insecurity about me. You know, I feel like I look younger than 31. I feel like I act younger than 31. So sometimes when people ask me how old I am, I say, oh, I'm 25. You know, I don't think it's a big deal, you know, but I do. So yeah, but the truth is I'm 31. So yeah. And then the whole virgin thing. A lot of you guys are like, wait a minute, you're not a virgin. You've done all these videos about you being slut and whore and hoeing it up and all these funny little skits and rants over the past years and years. True, I have. And I used to like to pretend to be a slut, right? Because it's funny. You're like, oh, I'm a whore, I'm a slut, I'm loose, I'm a power bottom. I'm like, oh my God, ew. Like, oh, I've been in 3-way gangbangs, and it's just for a laugh, for trolling, you know? The truth is, that's the farthest from the truth. The truth is, I'm a little old virgin. Yeah, and I'm as virgin as you can get. And for a long time, I was embarrassed by it, you know? And that's why I would do all these videos of me being a hoe, you know? Saying, oh, girl, I'm a power bottom, and I had 10 guys last night, and girl, all those story times were all bullshit lies, right? Obviously. They're just for fun. They were for a laugh. You know, like orgy with, 80-year-olds, all those crazy story times. They were just for attention, just for a laugh, just to be stupid, right? And I think some of you guys probably got that, and a lot of you guys believed it. You know, all those sugar daddy videos, those were all lies, obviously. Well, not obvious, because honestly, the reason why I took those videos down, those sugar daddy videos, is because I would get messages from people asking me, oh my God, like, how do you find a sugar daddy? And I was like, oh God, I thought it was obvious I was pretending, you know? Like, I would hold up designer things, be like, oh, my daddy bought me this, and girl, and naming all these sites that I use, when really you just Google sugar daddy websites and you can just talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, I don't use the sites, but people were requesting me to do videos, and they would do well, and so I would do them. But then I felt bad because people kept DMing me, asking me for like personal advice. Oh girl, how do you get your daddies on a date? I was like, okay, I felt kind of bad, so I just deleted it because it just, yeah. So I guess I'm coming clean. I guess. I mean, I didn't think I had to come clean, but I guess I do, because people believe it. I guess I'm a good actress, too. And some people didn't believe me, but I don't know. The way I see it is, faking your story times, I don't think that's a big deal. Because it's for entertainment purposes. Like, this is entertainment. It's for fun, right? So why does it matter? But I'm coming clean just because I want to talk about my truth when it comes to my virginity. And I have to come clean about that in order to talk about this. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Anyway, I didn't feel bad about what I did. It's just entertainment value. So, okay, just making that clear. Anyway, before I ramble on too much longer, the point of this video is, yes, I'm a virgin. So what does that mean? Well, it means I have never been penetrated or penetrated anybody else. I've had oral sex with one guy multiple times, and then with a couple other guys, a few licks here and there, but I don't really count that. So really, oral sex, I really only count the one guy because that was when it was full oral sex. And it was me doing him. Giving him oral. I've never had oral done to me before. And I've never, you know, gotten penetrated or penetrated. And now the next question is, girl, what are you waiting for, right? I'm sure everyone's like, what are you waiting for? Like, why? Like, and that's the question I often get. Because, I mean, not to sound like, you know, what's it called? Egotistical, but I'm not a bad-looking person, you know. People often tell me I'm good-looking. Some trolls tell me I'm ugly, but let's be honest. Am I ugly? No. Of course, it's all, everyone, you know, everyone's opinion is different, but let's be honest. Am I ugly? No. So some people call me ugly, you know, some trolls, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not, but okay. Without dragging this too long, this video, I'm old-fashioned, and I always wanted to have sex. Well, okay. This is where this video is going to get kind of rambly, so bear with me. I've always been weird about when it comes to sex. And then this kind of leads into the whole trans thing. Okay? So, the idea of anal sex never really, I never really liked the idea of anal sex. Whether it's me putting my, oh, you know what I'm just going to say it, hell with it. My penis into another man, right? Never, that doesn't appeal to me. And then getting penis in me, for a while I was open to the idea, but most of my life, and even right now, I'm not open to it anymore. No pun intended, open to it. Anyway, I'm not open to the idea of it. So it doesn't really, it's not really what I want, I'll be honest. And a lot of people are like, is this really though? This is basically very confusing to a lot of people. And most people don't understand what I'm, like, you know, it's taken me a lot of time to even me kind of, and I don't even quite get it, but this is like a video diary, because it's just, I'm just going to talk about my feelings. This is how I feel. But it's just, that's not what I want. So then the next question is, well, what do you want? To be 100% just blunt honest, I want vaginal sex. And I know a lot of you guys are like, wait, what are you talking about? Like, you have a penis. Like, do you want to have a sex change? And this is where it gets complicated. I don't want to have a sex change either. So now you're kind of getting why I'm still a virgin at this age, okay? So, and this age is the next subject. I'm trans. I'll often say, oh, I'm gay, girl, I'm gay. Because it's easier for people to get that. Because I'm a man physically, right? And I'm feminine. So when people are like, girl, you gay, right? I'm like, oh yeah, girl. It's easier than saying, oh, I'm trans. I'm like, but you're a man. So for me to say the truth, which is like the truth is I identify as trans, but I don't want to transition, but it doesn't make me any less of a woman inside. So basically, my heart, my mind, my soul is of a woman. 100%. My body is a man, so that makes me trans. But also, I don't want to be called she and her. If you call me she, I don't get offended by that, but like my pronouns, I like to be called him and he and Michael, and this is very confusing, because a couple of years ago I used to be called Michaela. So then people are like, well, if you're trans, why don't you just keep being called Michaela? I don't know. I just stopped liking that name. I mean, nothing wrong. I mean, like being called that name. So, and you see, this is why this is so confusing people, because it doesn't. I don't really fit into a box, which is nothing wrong with that. And that's why I'm doing this video, because there are people out there, I'm sure, who don't fit into a box either, who can relate to what I'm going through. And that's why I'm doing this video. So yeah. So I know a lot of you are probably confused, and that's totally fine. I've been confused my whole life too. I understand. But maybe talking about it on video make me less confused? I don't know. I thought it'd be an interesting video idea, right? So, that's kind of where I'm at. So I'm trans. The idea of vaginal sex appeals to me, you know, having a penis in my vagina. That appeals to me. The kind of porn that I watch is straight porn. Gay porn doesn't do it for me. And that's another reason why I don't think I'm gay. Because if I was gay, gay porn would do it for me, right? Two guys doing it would turn me on. It doesn't turn me off. I'm not disgusted by it. But it's just two guys doing it. Oh, that's nice. It doesn't get me going, you know? But when I see like a guy giving it to a girl, a woman, then that turns me on. That gets me off. So straight sex gets me off. So technically I'm straight because I'm trans. But then if I tell people I'm straight, what they see is a feminine man. So they're gonna be like, wait, you're not straight, you're gay, girl. So that's why I often tell people I'm gay. And then when I get to know them, I give the whole explanation that I'm doing now. Can I get it now? Okay. I know, it's kind of a mess, but I've always told you guys I'm a mess, and now you guys know I'm a mess. Like, certifiable mess. So, that's why I'm still a virgin. Because I want to be treated like a woman when I'm in a relationship. And a lot of gay men don't want that, right? Because gay men want a man. And before you say, oh, but there are guys who want feminine gays. Right, they want feminine gays. And I can pass as a feminine gay, but not really. Because I don't want a bottom. Because I want vaginal sex. You know what I mean? So it kind of sucks because I'm a straight woman in a guy's body who, if I have sex, I'm going to have to put up with bottoming. Does that make sense? So, it's kind of like telling a straight woman, hey, we're not going to have vaginal sex. We're only going to have anal forever. And I don't know, some girls are into that kind of stuff. But most girls don't want anal. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I've had to do with. So the idea of sex always just kind of like turns me off when it comes to be honest. So that is a huge part of why I'm still a virgin. Also, it often never really works out between me and the other person very long term. I always get into very toxic relationships. They always last a month or two, and then they kind of end with one of us blocking each other. And that's going to be tomorrow's story time, by the way, in case you're wondering. So, yeah, I mean, it's just kind of a mess. You know, also, I suffer from depression and anxiety and PTSD from things that happened in my past that I've mentioned briefly in other videos. Well, one of the video a long time ago. So yeah, I mean, it's just a mess. But that's what I have to deal with. So, yeah. I feel like I'm at church confessing, not my sins, but just confessing to a priest, like, oh girl, this is what I've been through today. But, yeah, this is why this is going to be called Video Diary Series. This is episode 1. So, yeah, that's kind of that. So, I'm being very vulnerable in this video, just telling you guys exactly how I'm feeling. No BS. Hopefully you guys appreciate this. I think you guys do. You guys always tell me you want more of these personal vlogs. Well, here you go. This is as personal as you can get, right? Yeah, and that's that. So that's why I'm single, and that's why I don't really see myself being in a relationship anytime soon, to be honest, because when I do open myself up to be a relationship, I always get trampled on, and we'll talk that tomorrow's video, because tomorrow's video is going to be I don't know when I want to upload it, to be honest, but the next video. Yeah, I'm just thinking about me telling that story. It's gonna be a mess. Okay, but I always end up getting cheated on, or, you know, led on and used, and yeah, it's a whole other mess. But so yeah, I'm virgin, I'm trans, but then people think I'm gay. It's a hot mess. So I honestly, and even I say I'm gay because it's easier. When you see me, what do you see? You just see a flaming queen, right? That's what you see. So that's why I just say I'm gay. Because it just, especially with the short hair. And a lot of you probably confused, well then why did you cut your hair? And why didn't you wear makeup? Being trans and then nothing to do any of that. I think a lot of these transgender people on YouTube, excuse me. Okay. They're ultra feminine, right? Like Nikita Dragon, Gigi Gorgeous, people like, they have long extensions and a lot of makeup and are femme, and I like that stuff, but I'll be honest, I prefer short hair. It's just easier, it looks effortless. Like, my hair looks great, and all I did was just blow dry it for 5 minutes, you know what I mean? So, with long hair, you have to do all this styling every day and all this stuff, and it's just easier to cut my hair short. And I think I look really good with short hair, as you guys have often told me. And, you know, makeup, it's fun, but I'm so OCD that with my makeup, it takes me a long time to do my makeup. And I don't like wearing makeup every day. So I'll do it every now and then if I feel like it, but I often don't wear makeup anymore. I used to wear makeup on my videos, every single video I used to post, like, up until, like, about 3 years ago. But anyway, so this confuses people, you know? I look gay, but I'm not. But then I tell people I'm gay because it's easier than just saying I'm trans. Well, and then I have to tell them my whole life story, and it's just like, ugh. I just, you know, I don't mind doing this, but after I've gotten to know somebody. And then, yeah. So, and another thing is, I also am attracted to straight men, which a lot of gay guys are too. But it's different, because gay guys, they're like straight men, but they're fine with dating other gay guys. With me dating a gay guy, it just doesn't really work. It doesn't work. I'm not really attracted to gay men. Well, that's not entirely true. There are some gay men, but it's rare. Like, I'll be honest, I like straight dudes. I do. And there are a lot of straight dudes who like me, but they're closeted, right? Or they're bi-curious. Or they're bi, but they like me, but they don't want to actually date me. They want me on the side. And I don't want to be a side piece. I don't want to be... I think my life would be a lot easier if I was a hoe, right? Or if I wanted to be a side piece. And I want to do a whole video on that, by the way. On hoes, what do I think about them? And anyway, not saying that side pieces are hoes. Well... Anyway, that could be a whole different video. But yeah, anyway. Let's wrap this up now. It's almost 20 minutes. So, bottom line is, that's what I've been going through. And it sucks. And it's like this inner turmoil. It's like, well then, I don't know. And people, it's hard to find that guy who really gets me. I thought I found him this summer, and I'll tell you in the next video how horrible that was. Yeah, he got that part of me, mostly, but then he turned out to be a real son of a bitch, and that's putting it really nicely. But yeah, so... I don't know. Gay men want a man, and... I'm not really a man. Physically, I am, right? So gay guys will be attracted to me, and then they quickly find out, oh, you're really a chick in a guy's body. I'm like, yeah. And a lot of gay men are like, well, I want a dude, right? And the whole sex thing comes up, and like, a lot of gay men, they always send me pictures of their dicks, and it's like, I don't really want to see your dick. you know, in a picture. Like, I want to see it one day down the line. I'm also old-fashioned. Like, I don't all this like, hey, bottom, top, like, and anyway. But we'll talk more about that in my Tinder. I'm gonna do a whole video on Tinder and Grindr and my experience in those apps. Those are separate videos. But anyway, whew, it's just been hard for me, you guys. It's been sucky. But and this summer has been really hard. But that's gonna be tomorrow in the next video. Anyway, it's 20 minutes. This is a good time to leave it now. But thanks for hearing me out. Yeah, this has been a video of revelations. So now, the trans thing wasn't a huge thing because I used to identify as trans a few years back, so that's not really a big deal. I think a lot of you guys pretty much guessed that I was still trans. Oh, by the way, those of you who are like, oh, who cares? Why label yourself? I get that too. There is no need to label myself, but I just choose to label myself as trans. I don't have to label myself, but I just choose to label myself as trans. So yeah. What else did I want to say? But the big shocker is the virgin thing. I think a lot of you guys didn't guess that. I think some of you guys probably would have guessed that I was lying about that, but I think most of you guys were convinced that I was this big hoe. And now the jig's up. The truth is I'm not. So if I ever pretend to be a hoe in the future, I don't think I will, because I think I'm over that. But then you guys would be like, I mean, go along with it, obviously, because it's for fun. But you can always know, girl, you ain't no hoe, you virgin girl. Until I tell you otherwise. If I ever lose my virginity, which at this point I don't think it's ever going to happen. Oh, by the way, I decided to save myself until marriage. And you're probably wondering why. Well, because a lot of guys, they just want to use me for sex, and they will tell me they want something serious, and they end up lying to me. And I'll discuss that more in my Tinder video, my Tinder experience video that I'm going to do eventually. But yeah, they will tell me they want something serious, leave me on, and all they want is hookups, and it's like, no. So I'm going to not have sex. Well, I don't want to have sex, to be honest, because of the reason I told you why. But if I ever do have sex in the future, if I do, it'll be with someone that I'm married to. So I know that that we are in sync with our moral values. And I get him, he gets me, and we're in sync. He's in it for the long run rather than just in it to, and then go. A lot of guys, they will work it. They will work you until that, and then it will be out. And I'm like, no, I don't want to be used. I want my first time to be special. I do. It doesn't have to be this moving moment, but it has to mean something. I don't just want to sit on it and go. Because I could have had that years ago. That's just not me. I'm not a hookup person. And if you are, great, good for you. But I'm not a person who can just say, hey, you want to hook up? Great, I'll meet you at this location. Let's hook up 10 minutes, bye. Just the idea of that grosses me out. If that's what you do, that's great. And I've done videos of me doing that. It's all been lies. It's all been but in the reality, I've never done that. That's not me. I like to be old-fashioned. I like to be wined and dined, and I want us to go on multiple dates, and then maybe take it slow when it comes to sex, and then one day, if the timing is, all that movie stuff, all that old-fashioned stuff that I got, not, hey, you're hot, I'm hot, let's just get done. And I've thought, well, maybe I'll just do that. And I was like, no, that's not me. That's not who I am. And I just, I've learned this summer that I'm just not going to bend my morals anymore. I'm not going to bend my values. I am who I am. And I have to find somebody who shares the same values as me and not just pretends, really means it. So, I don't know, you guys. Wish me luck. Lighting is now changing, so I'm going to have to shift the camera again for the next video, but, okay. I keep rambling, so I'm going to go before I ramble anymore. But thanks for watching. Thanks for hearing me out. What are your thoughts? I know you'll tell me anyway. I don't even have to ask, so I can't wait to read these comments. They're going to be very interesting to read. Please be respectful, of course, in the comments. But, okay. That's all I gotta say for this video. Stay fierce and fabulous. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will I'm saying this live, it makes me look like I have even worse of having a shadow than I already have. This lighting now. It's pretty lighting, but you know how it is like when the sun is like directly on. Oh, actually, it doesn't look that bad. I don't know. Of course, there's a shadow on me now. Ooh, spooky shadow. Okay. Stay first and fabulous. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Otherwise, I'll just keep rambling for the next 30 minutes. Okay. Love you guys, and here are your kisses for the day, and I'll see you in my next video. Until next time, bye guys.